Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is April 28th, 2024, and Vitor Roque is ruling out a loan exit in the summer. Also, the club are set to sign Guido Rodriguez. And finally, Jorge Mendes has landed in the city of Paris in order to discuss Lamine Yamal. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and as you might already know, I'm currently out of town on vacation, currently in the city of Barcelona. That is why I'm not in my studio, as you can see from behind me. So I'm bringing in this short live video just to keep you up to date about Barcelona news. This is not a podcast, so I won't be reading your comments out loud. I won't be discussing the chat section. This is just to keep you up to date with Barca news. Having said all of that, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. And as always, please subscribe to the channel, which I already said that. Anyways, let's start with the news because Vitor Roque is currently ruling out a loan exit come this summer. Now, there's been some talk lately about whether Vitor Roque could end up going on loan, especially since Margue, who Barcelona were also considering sending on loan, has decided to stay at the club. Margue does not want to go on loan. He wants to stay and fight for his first team spot. He believes that he can earn a first team spot, especially now that Xavi Hernandez is staying. So as such, given that Margue had decided to stay in Barcelona and not go on loan, some talks start to emerge on whether Barcelona would look to send Vitor Roque on loan. But now the Brazilian has said that absolutely not. He also wants to stay on the team and he wants to fight for his spot. Now, Xavi Hernandez will have a say, of course, as far as planning next season's team. He will participate with Deco as far as all the sporting planning. However, per that sushi agreement that I talked about in yesterday's video, which is the agreement between Xavi and the club on the Xavi's continuity, the final decision will all be made as far by Deco. All the sporting final decisions will be made by Deco, so Xavi will participate, but the one who has the final word will be Deco. This was actually confirmed by Xavi Hernandez himself during the press conference. So Deco will be the one making the final decisions as far as signings, loans, etc. And right now, Deco has no intention of sending Vitor Roque on loan. Now, the plan with Vitor Roque has always been the same, which is to sign the youngster, have him develop, have him adapt, grow him slowly, and turn him into the star that the club believe he can be. Nobody at the club expected Vitor Roque to arrive and immediately be, Ronaldo Nazario. That's not realistic. Nobody at the club expected that. But the plan is instead for the club to take their time to develop Vitor Roque into the star that they know he can be, and that still is the plan. It's kind of like what Real Madrid did with Vinicius Jr. Remember when Vinicius first arrived in Real Madrid for the first 2-3 seasons, he wasn't really doing that great. A lot of people made fun of him, but now look at him. He's one of the best attackers in the entire entire European continent. So that's kind of the plan is with Vitor Roque. So Deco has no intention to send Vitor Roque out on loan. And the player himself has confirmed that he too has no intention of leaving on loan this summer. Vitor Roque, of course, would like more playing time, would prefer to have more minutes. However, he does understand the team situation. First of all, he understands that he needs to adapt and learn all these new concepts. But second of all, he understands that the team are going through a tough time. He's seen all the debacles. He's seen us, get eliminated out of all the competitions, conceding 4 against Athletic Club de Bilbao, conceding 4 against PSG, 5 against Villarreal, etc., etc. He's seen what's going on. So he understands that right now might not be the best time to be trying things out, to be putting in, someone who just arrived. He understands the situation. He understands he needs to adapt. So he is patient and he is not looking to leave. He understands the whole situation and wants to stay. Now, as far as Xavi staying in Barcelona, that does not change anything. Again, the club's plan is still to keep Vitor Roque and develop him. The player actually prefers that Xavi Hernandez is staying because he knows that this is a coach that knows him already. He knows him for several months, having a new coach arrive would mean that Vitor Roque would then have to start from square one to convince the new coach to play him. But so Roque prefers that Xavi stay in. So there's absolutely no change of plans as far as Xavi Hernandez staying. The club's plan is still to develop Roque. Roque still wants to stay. So there's no chance that he'll be leaving on loan. Now, speaking of players leaving and arriving, it looks like Barcelona will be signing the Argentine Guido Rodriguez. Now, the 30-year-old midfielder currently plays at Real Betis. His contract is expiring this summer. He has no intention of extending his contract, and he had already agreed to join Atletico de Madrid on a free agency. However, Barcelona picked up the phone, said, hey, we're interested in signing you. And as such, Guido Rodriguez has completely paused his negotiations with Atletico de Madrid, and his agents were seen in the city of Barcelona, meeting with representatives of Barcelona, where Barcelona communicated to the players' representatives that they want to sign him this summer. And even though no agreement was reached during this meeting, everybody left happy because Guido Rodriguez representatives informed Barcelona that Guido Rodriguez would prefer to come to the Blaugrana club. So even though Guido Rodriguez seemed like he was going to Atletico Madrid, the fact that Barcelona are now interested in him, he is willing to snub Atletico Madrid to come to Barcelona. Barcelona want to sign him, so it looks like this signing will happen. Of course, they still need to negotiate. They need to negotiate things like salary, bonuses, etc., negotiate the actual contract. But as of now, both parties are interested in having a partnership. So it looks like Guido Rodriguez will be coming to Barcelona. Now, I know some people might not like this because, Guido Rodriguez, perhaps at a different time, Barcelona would not be considering him. I understand that. However, Barcelona will still be in the market for a top pivot. Someone like Kimmich, Subimendi, Onana, etc. Barcelona are still going to try to sign a top pivot. Barcelona are not signing Guido Rodriguez to be the starting pivot or defensive midfielder. He is more of a backup plan or a reinforcement for the team. Barcelona will still try to sign a top-of-the-line, world-class pivot, and then have Guido Rodriguez kind of someone who can alternate with that player, whoever it may be, more like a reinforcement, like a backup plan, not to be a starter. Of course, if Barcelona cannot afford anyone and Barcelona end up not bringing anyone, of course, then Guido Rodriguez would be the starter, but that is not the plan. The plan is for Guido Rodriguez just to come as a backup plan. Barcelona are still going to look for a top-of-the-line pivot. And, Guido Rodriguez, they look at him as kind of a profile of a player that Barcelona don't have, someone who's a destroyer, but at the same time can also combine with his teammates. This is why Xavi liked him. This is why Xavi requested the signing. And the club are going to go ahead and give Xavi that signing, but they're still, again, going to look for a top pivot in the summer. Now, let's end this video with the news that Jorge Mendes has landed in the city of Paris in order to discuss Lamine Yamal. Now, as you know, PSG have been circling, wanting to sign Lamine Yamal. They've actually made an offer to Barcelona worth around 200 million euros to sign the youngster. Of course, Barcelona informed Jorge Mendes that absolutely not. Barcelona are not interested in selling Lamine Yamal. Not for 200 million, not for 300 million, not for any money in the world. They're not interested. And this is why Jorge Mendes landed in Paris to let PSG know that Barcelona are not interested. So no worry, don't freak out. Jorge Mendes is not in the city of Paris to make some kind of signing or the transfer of Lamine Yamal. He's there to communicate to them Barcelona's response, which is that Lamine Yamal is not for sale. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. We'll be uploading one more right after this. There's a lot of news. Of course, the club decides to do all these crazy things when I'm on vacation, but I will be uploading another video, so stay tuned to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, drop a comment. I will see you in a little bit. And as always, as soon as I find my button, peace, Barça.